Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It is Tuesday morning. It's 10:30 a.m. My physical therapy appointment is at 11, and it takes me about 20 minutes to get there. So I'm doing good as far as time is concerned, but I don't know about this shoulder. I really did something over the weekend, and I got carried away with my crocheting. And I think it just, it uses that bicep tendon over and over and over and over, all these little hand movements. So I'm going to talk to my physical therapist about it today, and maybe he can massage it or give me some ideas on what to do. It's a little bit better this morning because I haven't used it. It was just horrible yesterday. The only way that I made it through Stop and Shop was by taking the Tylenol, and I had kept ice and heat on it off and on all morning. See, it was like 3 o'clock before I was able to go to the store. So far this morning, I went ahead and took a Tylenol before I left. Yesterday, yes, I did take an Aleve. Yeah, I forgot about that. I took an Aleve with a Prevacid, but I'm just terrified of taking these Aleves. They're just, my stomach is already messed up from taking so much. But anyway, let me go and get on over to my appointment, and I will check back in with y'all whenever I'm done. Okay, I'm here. I'm about 5 minutes early. This is a very efficient and thorough practice that I've ever been to. I mean, they have everything streamlined. When I walk in the door, I don't even have to give them my name. They recognize my face, and they check me in, and usually an assistant will come and get me and take me to the back, and then they bring me my heat. So I sit there with the heat on my shoulder for 10 minutes. And then my therapist comes in and starts with the physical therapy. And we go through all of those routines. And he's still very gentle with me. He's not forcing my arm back very, very much at all. He's waiting for my next appointment with my surgeon, which is tomorrow. And then he'll probably start more strenuous and more difficult exercises for me. But like I said, I did something to my bicep tendon. It's just horrible pain. So I just packed away all of my yarn and my little Build-A-Bear blankets back into the bag, and I'm just going to put them away until this heals. Even after this tendon heals, I'm not going to be able to crochet for a while. It's just too much, movement on that one tendon. Poor thing's having to do the work of what a rotator cuff normally does, so I can't put any more stress on it than it already has. I don't know if I want to take my umbrella in with me or just walk through the tiptoe through the raindrops, not the tulips on Tiny Tim. Is he still alive, that weirdo? When I think back at some of these weirdos that, were famous for just being famous, Tiny Tim. What was that other one's name? I've got his picture in my brain, but I can't think of it. I'll put his name across the screen whenever I do my editing. Well, that little red ball thing that I bought from Dollar Tree, it hasn't done much, has it, to lighten the dark circles under my eyes. I still just use my concealer. That's the best thing for it, and the cheapest. So anyway, that was an impulse buy, and I kind of feel guilty about it, but at least it was only $1.25 plus tax. Okay, I've rambled on long enough. Let me get in there and start this torture. I'll report back to you when I get finished. Okay, so it's only 11:50. My therapist, I told him about the pain in my bicep tendon, and he said that it is from the crocheting. He said I'm just using too many little tendons and making too many twists and turns. And he said, don't do any more crocheting. And I told him, I said, I'm not. I went ahead and put it all back in my bag, packed it away. So poor little Build-A-Bears are just going to have to freeze this winter. Oh, goodness. So there are two exercises that really do use the bicep tendons. He left those two off. That's why I'm getting out of there early today. Instead of, it being an hour and 10 or 20 minutes, it was less than an hour today. So he's glad that I'm going to see the doctor tomorrow because he has to have the doctor's permission to add more strenuous exercises. So it wasn't too bad today. Of course, when he does those pressure points to release the tendons, it's very painful. I mean, it just feels like a hot poker being stuck into those pressure points. I guess the tendons or whatever to release them. But after I just grin and bear it. After he presses on those sore spots, he is able to move my arm back a little bit further, so it does release it. And that's the only way I'm going to heal. So, I mean, a little bit of pain now is worth a lot of progress later, and I'm happy for that. So I'll edit this video when I get home and get it uploaded. And then I'm hoping that I'll be able to film me putting the meatloaf together this afternoon. I'm not going to do a lot. I'm just going to throw in that half of that pack of ground beef, and I like onions in my meatloaf, but not raw onions. I have to saute them a little bit. So if I saute the onions, then I'll throw in some garlic with it too. Anyway, let me get going and get home and rest a while, and then hopefully I will be able to film the meatloaf. Okay, just a quick update. Of course, my plans have changed. None of my plans are ever set in concrete. So I got a call from Jill saying that she was not going to get off work in time to be here to get the kids off the bus. So I just went ahead and came on over, and it's almost 2:30, and the kids will be here soon. So I will take care of them after school, give them their after school snack, and help them with their homework, and do all the things that have to be done when children come home from school. So I'm looking forward to seeing them because I do miss them. Therefore, I'm not going to be home to make that meatloaf that I had planned on making earlier. But if I do get home in time to make it, then I will film it. If not, I'll see you tomorrow on another video. And y'all just keep on coming back.